My name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and welcome to SkipperWing Draws a Thing, where I, draw a thing, or multiple things, as the case may be. Today's video, the cover for issue 3 of The Crimson Fly. The Crimson Fly is my animated comic strip that you can find either here on YouTube, Tumblr, Blogspot, or more recently Tapastic. And we just recently finished up our 3rd issue, and so it needed a cover for the animated application. Normally they just go up on the website willy-nilly with no covers or anything, but I'm making an app, a compilation app, so it needs a cover. If you want to check out my comic, again, Blogspot, Tapastic, YouTube, there's links in the description on the rest of my channel, annotations, so go check it out. But on to today's subject, the cover. Covers are a very tricky thing because they have to inform what you're about to see, but they can't tell you too much. I mean, I can't spell it out how this story ends on the cover. But more importantly, it's a visual summary of what's going on, and it has to lead your eye. And traditionally in comics, it's vertical. You start at the top with the title, and then the graphic, and then at the bottom there's the credits. Well, The Crimson Fly is horizontal, so how do you do that? Well, you start from left to right. It goes from the title to the little information bar at the bottom, right at the bottom, and then it goes from left to right, from the thief to the Crimson Fly to the mystery character who is the crux of the episode, of the issue. And when I first tried to do it, it didn't really come out right because while the fly and the thief were directly engaging with each other, the third character didn't really match up compositionally, and he felt like he was out of place. So I decided to start over with another sketch. And this one I think compositionally works better, but I think also my drawing skills did not really do the character's leg service. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell that it's a leg. I done goofed up. But, well, you live, you learn, and you move on. Hopefully next time I won't goof up as badly. Another thing that I goofed up on is that normally I would separate the elements into separate layers rather than just drawing them straight out. But thinking back, I was very pressed for time at the time, and I was also not working with my keyboard. I was working straight on the screen, and when you're not working with a keyboard, you're not working with keyboard shortcuts, so you tend to skimp a little bit. You'd be surprised how much easier it is when you have a mouse pad for keyboard shortcuts and the like. So I put everything on one layer and then just drew around it. And as you'll see later in the video, it becomes a bit of a problem when I need to separate those elements out. The great thing about Flash is that every line is its own element, or it can be its own element using what's known as object mode. That's how I draw. That's why there's those blue outlines along the characters. Along the brush strokes, because each brush stroke is its own element, and I can manipulate those elements as I choose. For example, separating the Crimson Fly from the mystery character's leg. Something else that helps is putting everything in groups. Groups are sort of mini symbols. They don't have the same properties as symbols. For example, they don't have their own timeline, and you can't manipulate them in the same way that you would a symbol. However, it keeps my library from getting cluttered with all these miscellaneous symbols that I'm only going to use once. And it also creates a little mini composition inside the mini compositions for me to work. Granted, you can't have layers, you don't have a timeline, but for short nitty-gritty things like body parts or bits and pieces of composition that you still want to keep on the same layer, groups are amazing. And the shortcuts for both of those are J and for object mode, and Control G for group. And if you want to break a group apart, Control B. I should probably do a tutorial about these at some point. But yeah, back on the cover, I decided to use lighting to sort of separate the elements of the characters. Each character is separated by a filter of red, and yeah, that's my composition, and that's my cover. I hope it reads. I hope you like it, and I hope that you check out the Crimson Fly animated comic. I've been told it's really good. That might have just been my mom talking. And that's it for today's pick. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and leave a comment about what you'd like to see me draw next. If you're new, please subscribe for more content. This is Colin SkipperWing Birds signing out, and I'll catch you peeps later.